Hello, Trinity family. I wanted to share a devotion with you today from a book that I've been reading. It's a devotional called Live Dead, Joy, 365 Days of Living and Dying with Jesus by Dick Brogden. But actually, all of these devotions are written by missionaries. And I wanted to share with you the devotion from April 1st. It's called Public Shame. On the day when we remember fools, it is good to know just whom the cross shames. Colossians 2 reminds us that the cross was a public spectacle, a public triumph over principalities and powers. What seemed to be the humiliation of God was in fact his ultimate victory. Oh, the horror of being Satan. Think of the hate and rebellion that led him to scheme and connive to embarrass Jesus in the public view. Think of the organizational energy that seethed and glowered and rose in expectation as Jesus stumbled to Golgotha. Think of the surge of evil joy that rose in demonic hearts as Jesus writhed naked, tortured for all to see. Think of the bolt of terror that flashed across the devil's mind as the earth shook and he sensed that something was wrong. Then Jesus marched into hell, seized the keys of death, burst out of the tomb, ascended to the Father, and unleashed the Spirit. The devil realized he had been mocked, exposed, and revealed, not only as a fraud, but as incredibly stupid. How it must have irked him, who prides himself on his intellect, to be so publicly outwitted and humiliated. Furious at his impotency to thwart the plan of God and frantic in the knowledge he has lost and soon will be destroyed, the enemy of our souls frantically looks for others he can drag into his pit. Sure, our world is marred by evil and tragedy, and the attacks of evil seem overwhelming, but we must understand that the ferocity of the attacks indicate that our foe is mortally wounded. The devil is drowning and wildly clutching others to drown with him. We would be fools to expose ourselves cavalierly to the last scratching of Satan. He has one breath left, and that one is running out. When we understand that Jesus has made a public spectacle of the devil, this gives us the patience to endure the devil's last desperate assault. We know his time is limited, so when he hurls himself at our bodies and our souls and our spirits, we simply take shelter in the secret place of the Almighty. We allow God's angels to take charge over us and bear us up. We revel in the reality that we are answered, accompanied, delivered, honored, satisfied, and saved. Psalm 91:15 says, "When they call on me, I will answer. I will be with them in trouble. I will rescue and I will honor them." A proper understanding of the public spectacle of the cross helps us remember that Satan's humiliation spurs him to a last frantic attack. This attack is dangerous because a dying foe is the most desperate, but by the same token, a dying attack cannot last forever. The wise follower of Jesus hunkers down in the shadow of the Almighty, presses into the storm behind the divine shield accompanied by angel hosts, and advances to celebrate the victory of Jesus. It is the devil who is the Easter fool. I just want to say a prayer for you today. Jesus, we are so grateful that you paid the ultimate sacrifice for us. And we know that no matter how many times Satan tries to attack us, he will not win because you are victorious, Jesus. And so we place our cares and our fears and our troubled spirits into your hands today and ask that you would just give us peace, that you would give us the assurance that you are fighting for us and with us and beside us. Jesus, let us feel your spirit rest in our hearts and our minds, God. And I just thank you that you are greater than anything that we're going to face. And these times that surround us, Jesus, they're in your hands because we're in your hands. And so we trust you, God, in the promises that you've given us. And we stand on your word and the truth of who you are. We love you, Jesus, and thank you. Amen.